I want you to walk out of here thinking that you got some really good information. How many of you only speak Espanol? Everybody understands English? Translating. So you might, if you need to, go back and talk Annie. I'll be okay. But did you bring? Oh, that was in. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it is cold up here.
Does everyone speak English or
Yeah,
have
she's
a
got her
translator?
translator. So okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay, all right.
She was up here to translate.
¿Necesitas para traducir? She needs a translator.
Oh, okay, okay. So we are Lash Bomb, and I have to figure out. Okay. We are going to go ahead and we're going to learn about lash lips first. Come on in, guys. This is our Bombshell Lash Lips. This is our kit. You get the cleanser, lifting, fixing, the glue bomb. That's different for us, and your oil. In the kit, we have a bunch of different things. We have the step.
We don't have this in Spanish anymore.
No, but we're getting it redone, and we'll probably see if we can get where it's you read it in Spanish. You know what I mean? Lifting lotion, fixing lotion, nourishing oil, silicone shields. Our shields are different, so we're going to go over that. Double-ended brush. This is something that most people in the industry do not use. That's all I use. Everybody uses tools to straighten it. This little double-ended brush is all I use. It's amazing. We have a Y-comb for those of you that just can't quite give up that little guy that doesn't work. We have it in there. Disposable micro swabs, cotton swabs, etc. In our kits, we have enough serum in there to do 20 to 25 services. They're on sale for 70 here. But what we don't have for 25 services is this. We have it for their first view, okay? iPads, that again, out of these, you will probably need more because in our kits you can get way more than you can get in the average kit. Processes that you can do. And then cleansing cotton, okay? For those of you that came in, anybody, are you just personally?
Well, I'm actually just showing her. We have that all in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Remember how we did it in Spanish?
Uh-huh.
I'm just letting her read it for now.
Okay. Does anybody need a Spanish speaking, or does everybody understand English? Okay, perfect. Okay, so we just went. This is our kit. This is what's in it. We're going to go into how to do a lash lift and a brow lamination, and I'll kind of point out to you what's different about our kits that makes it a lot easier. And what's different is the silicone shields, the double-ended brush, and the glue bomb. You'll be amazed at the difference of these. Okay, what most people ask me is, what do I charge to do this service? And that has a lot of variance. It depends on what your salon is. Are you doing them at your own personal salon? Are you doing them at a big fancy salon, or are you doing them at an average salon? What is the affluency of the area that you're at? The quality of your products, the type of lash lift procedure. Are you tinting them also? You know, there's a lot that goes into it. Around my area, I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. They go from 100 to 150, depending upon the salon you're in, the type of clientele you have. I mean, do you have the girls at the bar, or do you have the wealthy people? The girls at the bar will pay more. Sorry, wealthy people, you know, or they can pay, but they're a little more conservative. But the girls at the bar want to look amazing, and that's their jam. So you got to look at that. You would think that the wealthy people would pay more. Some will, some won't. I have a friend that's worth $200 million and won't get her lashes done. I just can't see that happening. So I'm like, are you kidding me? You know? Anyway, every salon will have its unique way of doing things directly affecting the price. So if you work for yourself, you can make up your own prices. The salon may have it. But just know your audience. Does that make sense? Okay, this is a typical before eyelash lift. I will say this isn't the best quality of this. We're remaking these, but look at her lashes, how downturned they are. See right here? And they are straight as can be. Those are some of the hardest lashes to do, especially if they're just stiff and have a lot of keratin in them. Okay, we're going to go into applying eye pads. There's a good way and a hard way. So I'll point this out. Just go ahead and watch me do that, except for that eye. You can't really see. When I first started doing lashes, it took me 20 minutes to tape up because I could never figure eye pads out. Okay, so see, I kind of pulled down the bottom lip, have them open, then I check both ends. So now we're going to go in to show you what is the proper placement of them. Okay, so right here, see how this just only goes up to the crease of her eye right there? You're going to have these little lashes from bottom come up, and those from the top that you want to remain up, slide under.
Maybe you can turn off the light.
Oh yeah.
Because it's too bright.
Is it too bright to see?
Yeah.
There you go. Much better.
Now you guys can see it. Sorry.
Yes.
So right here, if you leave it right there, which is right here on your eye, these little lashes from the bottom and the top will start coming out from underneath the iPad. So that's your first mistake in doing a lash lift if you don't put it on right. This is too far up, and this is perfect. I take and I go from her iris straight down through the pad and try to line them up. That's correct, and that's how it'll work for you. So if you've been doing it different, now you know that that's how you want to do it, and that the iPads will work and they'll stay on really well. Okay, we're going to cleanse first. Most of my people come already cleansed, but you want to just get the last little bit of dust and stuff off.
Is
See
that
how
just
she
a
had a
dry?
little bit?
Are you just doing it dry? There's nothing on the Q-tip?
Yeah, no, that little white cleanser thing.
Okay.
It has just a little bit in on it. If they're really bad, I'm kind of weird. I send them into the bathroom with a cleanser of the company because I want to teach them next time. Come with your lashes. I'm not gonna sit and cleanse them for you.
Right.
But you might if you're in a really high, But my clients know that. Please come prepared. You know what you're coming for. You know what I mean? Okay, silicone shields. Choosing the correct size. I will tell you with our kit, any size is a correct size. It does. If you're using the ones that roll, we're going to go by this parameter. With our shields, if their lashes come up and off the shields at the top, with our shields, it depends on how fast you want that reveal and how dramatic you want the reveal. Because our shields come up and they turn really fast, whereas other shields are round and they come out before they come up. Now with that one, you need the whole curl all the way around. With our shields, you need the curl right down here, just at the base. So I'm going to teach you both that way. Okay, tip, lashes should cover at least 70% of the shield if they're the round shields that are typically in other people's kits. You got to worry about that. Does that make sense? With our system, the size of the rod can be chosen depending on the type of reveal you want. If you want just a soft reveal, go with a bigger rod. If you really want to see it and they only have like teeny lashes, go with the super small. You're going to see them. You will see them. Okay? So we're going to... Oh, Oh, good.
So she can look down.
Okay, perfect.
Bien, sí. Fuerte preguntas,
So,
estamos
so here we are.
Oh, sorry.
Now, even with ours, that is our thicker rod. That, if they wanted a real good reveal, we're gonna go down with the shorter one, because ours are just, it's the thickness of our rod, okay? This is the correct size for a round one. See how it goes almost all the way up? Now on our rod, which you see here, those lashes could come clear out here, because we're not gonna put serum out there anyway on the tip of them. So it's right here that makes that curl on our rod. It's not the whole thing. Anything up here doesn't need any solution on it at all. Okay? Because we're curling it right here, right?
That's the arch.
Yeah, right there. Okay? Here's the glue bomb. I'm going to show you how to put it. I put like 3 things or 4 things out here so I don't cross-contaminate. I'm going to work from there. I'm going to pick a little bit up. I'm going to paint it on the back of the shield. I'm putting it on my hand right there to show you how fast that bonds. Just that fast. You can come by the booth. I have it up here. You can test it after the class if you want, so you can kind of see what's happening with it. So here I am. I put it on I put it on there already. I put it on our eyelid, and it's done. It's on there. Now I'm just pulling these up. You can see how fast that is. How many of you that do lash lifts, is that the most frustrating part? Putting that rod on and doing that. Unbelievable how fast I did it there. So with our shield, you're gonna put the serum right there on that little ridge and just barely above it. But where you don't need to put it up here at all. You're just right on that little curve right there. That's all you need to put it. And you're gonna get a great lift, okay? So for those of you that are worried about these tips, see how they go over the rod? It's not a problem. Because right here, see how that goes right there? Right there is what curls this.
Can you do tinting on the same time as the lift?
I go through the lifting and the fixing. I squeegee those off. I leave it on the rod and I put the color right there. Last.
Okay.
Yeah, because the formulas for doing the lash lift tend to lift color. It's kind of like sun bleaching, you know, how
What kind of tinting do you use?
we have our own tint.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. It's all in sealed bottles and you can pump it out and never waste a drop. I mean, a tint kit would probably last you a year, completely, or if you're using it every day.
Does not expire.
We haven't had it expire. And in fact, I haven't had our lash lifts or our brow laminations expire. I keep a couple on the side and test it every month. I'm not going to tell you that I guarantee it, but I test it every month. And as it gets older, I may have to go like 30 seconds to a minute longer, but everyone's different how long you go on them. Don't ever think that everybody's going to process in 8 minutes and off. I'm going to teach you how to test, okay? Okay, so here we go. This is number 3, lifting lotion. I'm going to show you, I squeeze off one pump. It doesn't show you there. We're redoing our videos. But see how I like to put it right at the base, right there? And I did this kind of thick. Okay, and then I go to the other side, so they're all processing relatively at the same speed. See now how I pull it up? Because that is the only spot right there that you need it. You don't need it out here. Now what I like to do is I like to put Saran around them, on them. Feel how cold it is in here? If you were doing a lash lift in this room, you'd have to process it a lot longer because it's so cold. So I put Saran on. The last trade show that I was at, I put my hands over their eyes while they were processing, so they got the heat from my hands and the heat from their body trapped in. Because it was so cold, everybody was wearing jackets up in it. So know that the heat environment in your room will affect, okay? So that's not a very good job of my Saran here, sorry guys. But if I had a few little lashes down here that are in the adagen stage, just barely like sticking straight out, I can pull it up with that Saran and get it in there to curl. So that's why I like using the Saran. Your kit comes with another rod that you can put on top of this. I don't choose to use it because I like the Saran because I can put my body temperature through it if I need to. I can put my hands on it. I can pull those little tiny ones if they've got them in the adagen up and put it in there. That's why I choose this, but there is the others if you like those. They're in the kit. Does anybody have questions? Yes.
Yes, there's pretty much a lot of product on the hairline. What about the sensitive eyes? Would it irritate them? No.
Say that again?
The line, the hairline, there's plenty of product. Would it irritate the sensitive eyes? Would it turn red or no?
Never had anybody get it in their eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. I just never had it, and I did leave a little bit on there. I guess our new videos don't show that me doing that, but that was me kind of hurrying and making sure I had enough to kind of pull up over that ridge. I've gotten a lot better at it since this, and this was one of my very first videos. Okay, so tips for the lifting lotion. Leave it on the clients for 5 to 8 minutes, max 10. I have gone max on some people because I've run into people who have the strongest eyelashes. I've left mine on up to 15 minutes. Very rare, but that's for people who just have really strong, thick, each lash is a very thick, heavy lash, okay? So you've got to be aware and learn how to test, okay? Plastic film holds in the heat and enhances the lifting process. Lifting lotion breaks the connective tissues. So think of this as one hair strand. What this lifting lotion does, it's like a ladder. Your strand is like a ladder. The lifting lotion comes in here and breaks these rungs, like that. So that we can come in and take it and curve it the way we want to around that lash. And then, because this is broken, we can curve it. And then the fixing lotion, the next one, hang on, let's go back. The fixing lotion will fix these guys back into the new shape. That's how a perm works. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So testing the lifting lotion. Notice how I'm moving those around and they're not falling back off of the lashes. They're not falling back this way. And if I move them this way, they're all just kind of, okay, they're done, okay? See those guys? But you've got a few down there that are still resistant. We're going to process that one a little bit longer. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're removing the lifting lotion. I use the paintbrush end, or I'll use a doe foot, like that. I pull it off. I do not rinse with water between. I need to have the keratin open and not flooded with water for the next serum. Notice I haven't put any more Glue Bond on, but you could if you needed to. But these lashes should be pretty limp and ready to saying, okay, put me where you want me at this point, okay? So now we're going to put the fixing lotion on. she's got a couple lashes from below that snuck up on me.
And what is this fixing lotion?
What's that?
What's the fixing lotion?
Oh, the fixing lotion, remember how we broke the rungs of the ladder?
Mhm.
Now we're gonna turn that ladder to where it goes like this. And then, so those rungs are now gonna go like this, and we're gonna fix it in that, so we're gonna make it
This
permanent.
is like the perm
The move, yeah.
solution.
So it's fixing the damage that we did, putting it back together, but in a different shape. Okay? Notice I didn't get, you just don't need it up here. You need it right at that curvature on the bottom, right? As it comes up and around that, but nothing above that. So if the lashes go way up, if you use a really super skinny rod, the lashes go way up here, but the girl really wants a good reveal, you're gonna get it. Does that make sense? Because none of this has to be curled. As long as this curls, they're going up. It's kind of look at like using a crimper. You can get it really close to your skin and really get a good reveal, or you can bring the crimper clear out here and really just get the tips. Okay? Okay, we're gonna remove the fixing lotion. Notice I just squeegee it off. You can do it with a doe foot. You can do it with, I do it with the end of the paintbrush normally. And you can do it with a cotton swab.
Well, how long the fixing lotion?
It's about the same amount of time. That's usually, if it took 12 minutes, say, for the lifting lotion, I usually will go 12 minutes on this.
Is this when you add the tint after that?
Say that, I tint next, yeah. So now we're gonna go, that's a cream developer. This is our tinting system. It's all in the squeeze bottle, airtight squeeze bottle also. So there's no, I can tend to make a mess out of anything, but I get it all over my fingers. But you shouldn't have a mess out of this. See how you just squeeze it out? Airtight. There's the color. You probably have enough in that tint kit, depending on how many services you do for the whole year.
Is there different colors like brown and black or?
We have light brown, dark brown, and black. The light brown tends to pull into your redheads, okay? And it's more of a warm light brown. And then your dark brown is very neutral, and then you can mix all the colors however you want to. Okay? And I'm a mess with these guys.
How long do you leave that on for?
Typically on the eyelashes, everybody doesn't mind if it's really dark, so you can go 3 to 10 minutes. On the eyebrows, I'm a lot more careful because nobody really wants that dark eyebrows. On the eyebrows, I go depending on the person and how vulnerable their eyebrows color is. Blondes, a lot less time. Did you see how fast those rods came off?
Yes.
No pulling, we didn't lose any lashes, they just come right off. It leaves a film on the, like a moisture, it's like it moisturizes the skin. There's the oil. I do a little drop of oil on my palette. I bring it up and put it on the lashes. This conditions it, stops everything. Oh, that's such a great picture, right up her nose. So, does anybody have questions on that? Did anybody learn something new?
Yes.
So how long would you book
Oh, I
an
love
appointment?
it.
How long would you book an appointment